Chocs and Chocettes in between. Roberto here for another video review. It's a special one. It's the versus battle. Penguin, McVitie's Penguin versus Tim Tam from Arnott. Yes. There is no substitute, it says. Well, we'll see. I mean, penguins are very similar, I found. That obviously a UK product. These ones are Australian product generally, but they are available in the UK now. This is got these in Tesco. Originally they weren't. And we're doing the Tim Tam slam as well, which is basically where you nibble off both ends and use it as a straw. We'll try out the penguin as well, see if that works. You never know, maybe that'll be all the difference. Who knows? But yeah, so there we go. So Penguin, it's been a classic UK bar. This one, there's been many. There has been some substitutes actually. Puffins, I think, and I don't know. Was there one puffins, toucans maybe? I don't know, any other, some kind of bird that's, I don't know, I think puffin was a famous one, wasn't it? I think Asda did their own one called Puffins, I think. I think they've changed the name now, or branding, or the look of it or something. But anyway, Tim Tams, yeah, so you can clearly see, look at it there, it's like a sort of it's like a chocolate coated biscuit with a creamy layer in the middle. You can see Tim Tam is basically the same thing. So yeah, so let's have a look, see what it says. Obviously, pick up a penguin is the thing. There's 7 bars in this one. 172 grams, 24.6 each. And does it say how many is in this one? I'm not sure. Let's say there maybe. 9 biscuits per pack, so 9 of them in here. There we go, but 18.1 grams each, so they are lighter, basically. Penguins, as I say, are 24.6 grams. So yeah, I'll probably put up a comparison for the calories per bar. 95 calories for a Tim Tam, 130 for a penguin, 6.8 grams of fat for a penguin, 4.9 for a Tim Tam, 3.8 of which are saturates for a penguin, 2.7 of which are saturates for a Tim Tam. As I say, the penguins do weigh a bit more, 18.1 grams for a Tim Tam, but 24.6 grams for a penguin. But yeah, but I say there are 7 penguins, but 9 Tim Tams in this pack. So, you know, I'll see. I don't know if that makes up the difference. Maybe it does. It says 172 grams in total there. Does it say the total weight for this one? Yeah, 163. So yeah, the penguins do weigh a bit more in total. So there we go. Just not much more though. 9 grams basically. All right. Right. So there we are. So Super Vegetarian says on that one there for the penguins. But does it say that for the Tim Tams? Don't know. It says it's Australia there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing obvious saying it's sort of vegetarians. I can't see it, but there might be somewhere. Cocoa ingredients do not originate from Australia. It says. So there you go. So biscuit bar with milk chocolate flavour coating and cream filling. So milk chocolate flavour coating, 30%. So what does it say for penguin? Milk chocolate covered biscuit. So it's not flavoured. Bars filled with chocolate cream, so it can be labelled as milk chocolate at least. Yeah, so chocolate for 29%. It doesn't say how many more. It says, well, 29% milk chocolate. I think the 30%, yeah, for the Tim Tams, it just says under there, in the shaded bit. There we go. So yeah, so it does say milk chocolate flavoured, so there we are. So, you know, bear that in mind. It's created in 1964, Tim Tam, Australia's most loved and most iconic chocolatey biscuit. Indulge in irresistible layers of Tim Tam with a mouth-watering combination of smooth chocolate coating, crunchy biscuit and a luscious velvety centre. What more could you wish for? There we go. Alright. Let's say there's the ingredients there. I say presumably it just doesn't contain any actual milk chocolate. Got palm oil in there, you can see. So there's the ingredients there. Cocoa powder 0.3%. Here's the does it have a description? Milk chocolate covered biscuit bars filled with chocolate cream, it says. No hydrogenated vegetable oil, no artificial colours or flavours. Alright. Have we got like a history thing here, have we? Just like they have on the Tim Tams, but they are a sort of you know, a classic bar, but I'd say they've not really blown their own trumpet on it, so there we go. It says milk chocolate, so it does say milk chocolate on the ingredients, 29%. I'm saying it doesn't say that on the Tim Tams, so you know, which is yeah, it is a bit of a shame. There are other ingredients that might make up milk chocolate, you know what I mean, but nonetheless it doesn't say milk chocolate. It's got beetroot red colouring in it. Cochineal, there you go. So it's not super vegetarian, it's got cochineal in there. Look at that. So what's the red colouring for? It's got red cochineal is very distinct red colouring. It's just, yeah. So I don't know, so it seems very you know, I don't know, definitely it seems less natural, and of course not super vegetarians this one. There you go, so not super vegetarians, doesn't contain actual chocolate, or it can't be labelled as which. This is super vegetarians and does contain chocolate, and also just contains cochineal in there. So red food colouring. I mean, why red food colouring? You know, only caramel as well. So very odd that. Maybe it's to make it look brown, maybe the combination of those two colours make it look brown like milk chocolate. So very strange, yeah. Well, let's give them an open then. Let's see what they look like on the inside. So let's move stuff down, give them an open. Okay everyone, okay, we're going to give these penguins and Tim Tams an open in this versus battle. So let's just get into it. So time recording, I've done about 1,150 reviews, not more. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if not done so already. We'll talk about corner products, one we have reviews, what's some related ones, which is other Australian products maybe, with penguin reviews, I don't know, versus battles maybe. If you like, subscribe, go check this out. Enjoy this too. Well, look at that, there's lots of gappage there, isn't there? Lots of gappage. I'm going to have to do my Tafifi comparison to show you just what that gappage means. Let's have a look. So there's obviously no, well, not obviously, but there's no gappage in the penguins, but they are individually wrapped, which doesn't create some space there. Okay, so my Tafifi inlay. So you can see the original one used to have 12 here, so 4, 8, 12. You think there's the spaces between. You think, oh well, does it matter? But basically, it did release white chocolate limited edition ones, and you can see here it made it 15 now rather than 12. Crackers, isn't it? Really, it's crackers. So it just shows you what I'll say these false sides. How much space. It just wastes, and they could give you more products basically. It's ridiculous, man. Let's say these are the same size packs. You know what I mean? So I might just have to take my word for it because I can't show you perfectly that they're the same size. But they are. So there we go, yeah. Alright, there we go. Okay, so as I say, so from these you can easily see, how many more of these could they fit in here? It's just ridiculous, isn't it? Just loads. Loads, basically. Right, we'll come to that in a minute. So we'll take one of each out. So obviously, penguins are individually wrapped, so they're good for lunchboxes and things. Tim Tams aren't, so not as good for lunchboxes. Maybe we'll just measure this now, just to show you, really. So 0 there, it's on 0. Measure the... length in centimetres. It's about 1.3 and a half. So the whole thing, so this is the length of this. 21.4 basically. I guess it makes sense, it's double this, almost double what you can get basically. It's ridiculous that, isn't it? So, alright. Crackers, that's about that man. Of course, you might be able to fit more of the penguins into the pack, but they are packaged differently and things like that. So anyway, this could be a lot smaller a pack basically. But let's take the penguin out. Let's have a see. Move this one to the side now. Alright, so here's the penguin. Okay, so the penguin versus the Tim Tam. So you can see the Tim Tam's a lot smaller. So you do get more of them in the pack than the penguin, but even so. So we'll just measure them again just to be complete. The Tim Tam, the height of that is about 1.3, as I say, 1.35 almost. Penguin, about 1.25, so not quite as tall the penguin, but clearly longer I think you'd say. A bit wavy, this is not perfect, but about 6.4 centimetres in length. The penguin, that's 7.8, about a centimetre longer. Not as tall but longer basically. We'll do the width of them both as well. A bit wavy at the sides. 3.14, about 3.15, and the penguin about 3.4, so a bit wider the penguin as well. Alright, just about. Yes, there we go, so you can see side by side. You see the penguin also is a bit of darker colour, isn't it? So I think the colouring is just fake on the Tim Tam, I don't know, might be anyway. Yeah, so they both smell about the same, to be honest with you. But yeah, alright, let's give a bit of a chop then. We'll chop the ends off because I'm going to do the Tim Tam Slam, aren't I? So chop the ends off them both. Okay, so there we are. So that's the difference on the inside as well. So the Tim Tam is the top one. They're both very similar, aren't they? Basically, they both look very similar. How does it label the middle of it? Cream filling, it just says on the Tim Tam. On the penguin with a chocolate cream, it says. So there's lots of more mention of chocolate for the penguin, as I say. Maybe on that, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it does have a slight reddy colour, doesn't it? That filling there, you can see. The Tim Tam. We just imagine it, but I do feel like it's just they've just coloured the cream or the chocolate with red and another colour that makes that sort of brown colour. Both they look quite similar, don't they? But as I say, the Tim Tam, know what you know. I don't know. It does look a bit red, doesn't it? Like, it just has a bit of a red look to it. It really does, and even more so actually in hand. I'm looking on the screen at the moment on the relay of what I'm recording. If I look at it in hand, it really does look. It just looks like I have a red. I could be just imagining it. Now I know that it's got food, red cochineal in there, but it really does have a bit of a red colour to it. I don't know. All right, let's slip ourselves up, find what they taste like, and that's the most important part, isn't it? At least for this anyway. But obviously, vegetarians not so at all. You can't have this one. But yeah. All right, let's slip ourselves up, give them a taste. We'll try the Tim Tam Slam as well, or the Penguin Slam. Okay, everyone. Okay, the taste part of the versus battle between Tim Tams and Penguins. These have been opened. So apologies for a bit flappy and uneven, but there we go. So yes, we've got Tim Tam here. No, notice Tim Tam not super vegetarians. Seems to have a bit of a reddy tint to it as well. Just about. I think all that brown colour is just fake colour, basically. I think. Could be wrong. You can see it does look a bit red in the middle, doesn't it? But it's got cochineal in it. So where's the red colouring on? Cochineal is quite distinctly red. Yeah, but anyway, there's the penguin there. Basically, the penguin does have chocolate in it, and the other one doesn't. So I'm going to take the Tim Tam Slam as well. So let's try the penguin first. Let's give it a nibble off one end of the other one because we've done the other end. So let's nibble it. Let's see. Nice biscuit, nice crunch. Cream mill's not bad actually. I was expecting it to be a bit. Let's have a taste of it chopped off before. Expected to be a bit too creamy really, but it's not bad. It's quite creamy though, but so getting the biscuit's nice. It's got a nice chocolatey taste. I say that, see what the Tim Tam's like. It's quite a nice biscuit. I'd say the cream's quite creamy, but it's not bad. It works quite well with it. Let's give the Tim Tam a bite on the other side. Remember the Tim Tam, I had an Australian one, being distinctly quite a more brittle biscuit, but it seems to taste quite similar actually to the penguin. The cream is a bit seems to be a bit more creamy actually. Yeah, perhaps not as pleasant as the penguin. Let's try the penguin again. The cream's more subtle in the penguin, and I prefer that. But overall, they taste quite similar. I can't taste much difference in chocolate or anything like that. The penguin has real milk chocolate in, and Tim Tam doesn't. But I think I prefer the cream on the penguin. But they're very similar products to be honest with you. I must say. I was expecting to be more of a distinct difference in the biscuit, because when I remember tasting the Tim Tam, I'm sure it's more of a brittle, hollowy biscuit. So I don't know if they've changed the recipe for the UK to make them very similar to penguins. But all right, let's try the Tim Tam Slam then. So we'll let's see. Remember my friend in Australia sent me instructions on how to do it. So I've bitten off both ends, so it's a bit small actually. But the thing is, it's easy with the penguin if the penguin can do it, because basically it's a longer biscuit. But yeah, so we're using it as a straw essentially, is the gist of it. So let's see how we do it. So we've got a nice hot drink here. See if we can do it. It does work. It's quite difficult. It does work. Got quite a nice taste as well. Limits on how much you can do it though. I think it's. I don't know if it's not as what's the word? Porous as the Australian one. Let's give the taste of it now I've used it. Melted quite heavily there. Not bad. That worked pretty well. Let's try the penguin. Must be it's longer, I'd say the penguin, but I did nibble a bit more. So you can almost do it with the penguin, but it's a lot harder. It was, I mean, it's a bit longer of a biscuit, but I don't think it works with the penguin at all, really. Unless it was, it's just it could work, but it's. I don't know. A bit more. I think basically the Tim Tam is better for it really. It seems to be a bit more porous. But the penguin bit was a bit longer. But I've used longer Kit Kat chunkies and things to do it, and they've worked a lot quicker than that. So don't know. I think the penguin you might struggle with a bit, but it does work. It is there, but I couldn't really get as much through the other end basically. But the penguin tasted nicer once I'd used it. But I think possibly because there wasn't as much water in it, coffee in it. But yeah, both of these look pretty nice actually. They're quite close. I think they're cream. I think I just slightly prefer the penguin. I think because the cream is just a bit nicer. It just seems to be a bit less creamy. I don't know, a bit more chocolatey basically. It doesn't taste too distinct from the bar as it does in the Tim Tam, but maybe some people might prefer that. If you want the Tim Tam slam, I think the Tim Tam seems to be a bit better for that. But I think overall, really, the penguin being suitable for vegetarians, not containing all this cochineal and stuff like that, seemingly to contain actual chocolate. Although I don't know if it's just the fact that I don't know if it's one of those where it's the Tim Tam does contain pretty much chocolate. It's just the fact that it's not quite got the cocoa solids or something like that to make it being able to be labelled as chocolate. I'm not too sure, but nonetheless, it is able to be called chocolate in the penguin, and it's not in the Tim Tam. So. Yeah, and I say the cream's a bit better, and it does, I say, have cochineal in the Tim Tam. It's got these colourings in. Where, and I say cochineal's bright red. So where's that gone? Is it literally to make it, make that brown colour basically? And on the cream, I say, it did have like a red tint. It did seem to be that. I wouldn't notice otherwise. Maybe I'm imagining it as well because I'm looking for it, but. Yeah, I don't know. So for me, they're both quite nice, actually. I think they're very similar. As I say, they're very similar. You do get 7 penguins versus 9 Tim Tams, but the Tim Tams are small and not individually wrapped. So for lunch boxes and things, the Tim Tams might struggle there. Although you could say it's better for the environment, but of course you do get the plastic tray in the Tim Tams. So there we go. So it's killing beetles as well. Don't know really for me what the rating is. I think they're very similar. Both nice crunchy biscuits. Chocolate cream's better in the penguin, but it's still relatively nice in the Tim Tam. But I just feel like it's a bit too creamy in that. Chocolate tastes good on both. I couldn't really, the fake chocolate in the in the Tim Tam, the chocolate flavour. It tastes almost the same. I couldn't taste any difference. Biscuit consistency is pretty much the same. I was expecting it to be less in the more brittle, more porous in the Tim Tam, although it is more airy in the Tim Tam, although I guess it is based on the Tim Tam slam ability, which is easier in the Tim Tam. It doesn't quite work in the penguin, at least from my experience. I mean, they're both good bars, actually. I think penguin's a 4 out of 5, which I was expecting it to be a 3.5 out of 5, I think. And I think the Tim Tam, for me, that cream, I think it just pushes it to a 3.5 out of 5. So penguin's the winner. So there we go. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. If any of you are in Australia, let me know what you think. If you've tried a penguin before, what you prefer. Maybe you're very patriotic and the Tim Tam slam is and the Tim Tam is the way to do it all. Maybe you're very patriotic and the Tim Tam is just going to win every time. But UK viewers, let me know what you think of the penguin. Yeah, and let me know what you think of the Tim Tam. If you've ever had it before, and give it a try. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye for now. See ya.